folks, Mark here at RC Aviation and Crawling with co-pilot Jimmy Dawson, my pal. Alright, I just got a text from my brother who lives in the main house, his house and his wife, and we live in the tiny house on the half-acre backyard property, which is beautiful, and he's helping me and my dog Jimmy out by providing a home for us at no cost, which he built for us. So we help him out by, I do all the groundskeeping here. So this is the groundskeeping quarters, and it's the RC. It's Uncle Mark. I call myself Uncle Mark because I'm my dog's uncle. But anyway, it's also RC Aviation and Crawling headquarters. You can hardly see anything in here, but there's the Cherokee in the shadows. There's the mall in the shadows. There's the Carbon Cub S2. There's the crawler over here on a shelf. And most importantly at this time, here's the RV-7, my beloved RV-7. Now, as you can see, she ain't going to be able to do any flying right now because she don't have any wings. And we got some stuff laying out down here. We got a battery, which is a brand new Spectrum 2200 smart battery, which offers a fair amount of telemetry with any of the Spectrum computer radios, like the NX6, which I use. Wow, can you focus? Thank you. Which is cool, and I like the batteries very well. This is only $30 for this battery. So I've been using these smart batteries for a while, and I really like them thus far. In fact, I got a 3200 4S50C for the Cherokee. And why did I get that? Because I flew that in my previous Cherokee, that exact battery, and I loved it. It was perfect. And not to go fast, just for everyday flying. I liked it the best. Throttle response and stuff. Anyway, so we got a brand new Spectrum Smart Battery 2200 3S30C. We have a box full of some stuff. Lights, some servos, whatnot. And we have some RV-7 parts, like the wheel pants and like the wheel pants and the original mains tires and wheels, which I swapped out for Bush tires and wheels. Oh, so I can take off and land on grass, and she'll do it. If you look at my previous videos with this plane on RC Aviation and Crawling, you can see some videos, including one where I finally ace a landing with this thing in the tall grass. And you're going to see more videos about this very soon. So back to the topic, and then we got some glue. I think I showed that already, but in case I didn't, there it is. So now, I just got a text from my brother. If I didn't already say this in the opening video, I just got a text from my brother saying something came for me. He lives in the main house. I did say this. He lives in the main house. We're in the groundskeeper's quarters, which we love. And so let's go see what's outside, because my brother said he left it outside the door. So let's find out. Let's find out. Aha! There's a box indeed. There's a box indeed, and it's pretty long. So let's pick it up. Pick it up. There's the backyard on a beautiful sunny day in Bend, Oregon. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. All right, close the door. We have it all kind of dark and shadowy inside of me and Jimmy's home because it gets warm or hot here in Bend this time of year, and so we keep things closed up and shady to keep it cool in here for me and Jimmy. Okay, so this is what I got. Can we up the lighting situation in here? Do we need to up the lighting situation in here? I think we're good. Alright, so there's the box. Pretty long, as you can see. I think I will turn on some more lights. Yeah, I think I'll turn on one more light over here. Turn on this other lamp here on the other side of the room. That'll help. Give some fill lighting for the video. Okay, so here's the big long box. Alright, so let's open it up. Let's see which I use for this. I'll use, I got a razor blade knife over here, which is the best. There's my transmitter for my, RTF transmitter for my Carbon Cub S2, and I actually like that transmitter. And that red thing on the top there is the combination phone, camera holder, and a ground station holder for FPV flying. There's the ground station. So let's come back in here in my miscellaneous. There's my dust cloth, which I use to keep my planes clean because they gather a lot of dust sitting around when they're not flying. What am I looking for? Oh, I'm looking for a razor blade knife here in my miscellaneous hobby stuff box. Here we go. That's what I'm after right there. Right there. Okay. By the way, I got a little phone stand for $6 right here, which I'm going to use in a minute. It's all plastic. You can move it around different ways. So I'm going to go ahead and set the phone in there, and when I start to work on the plane here. But yeah, so this is what came. And of course, I already know what it is that came, and I'm so happy I've been waiting on this. What came is the last two things that are needed to get this airplane back in the air. Now, I've done 2 maiden flights with the RV-7 already. The first maiden flight, I did something I haven't done since my very first year of flying 5 years ago. I flew it right in smack dab in front of the sun during a long final approach. Totally lost orientation, blinded myself, crashed the plane, a bunch. Repaired it. So that was her second maiden after I repaired the plane, and I had a new fuse on order for down the road, but I repaired the original one really well, so I flew it. Then I made another stupid rookie mistake, which was I was so anxious to fly that I reduced my normal cautions of what kind of a place I will and won't fly, and I flew in a place I normally wouldn't fly because they fenced off the grass field, and I was ready to fly, had to fly. Well, it was a lousy place to fly, and I crashed it even worse the second time than the first time. So now this is going to be the third maiden flight when I finish doing what I'm doing right now. So on the last flight, the only thing that was still good was the landing gear and wheels and tires. All of the electronics, except for 2 servos, which got stripped, gear stripped. One was one of the flap servos and the elevator servo. Yeah. So that's all that was left from the last plane was the landing gear, including wheels and tires, and all of the electronics were still good except for 2 servos. Right, 2 servos. Yep. So that means the only thing we have left to do is to install what's in the box here. Okay, so razor blade knife here. Open it up. By the way, I'd like to mention I recently posted a video about that I had ordered and was on the way, an RC helicopter that I've owned before, very inexpensive, and I think a fantastic helicopter, which is the WL Toys V950, a collective pitch helicopter. I had to pull that video that I had ordered it and it was coming because my dog Jimmy here, my beautiful dog Jimmy here, more important than any airplane or helicopter, he's got $3,000 worth of dental work, which I've begun paying for. So there won't be any RC purchases for me for a while until I get that $3,000, taken care of. But that's all right because I got the RV-7 back and I've missed the RV-7 so bad. So anyway, just a note about that video. That's delayed, but I am going to go ahead and pick up that V950 helicopter down the road as soon as I can. But here we are getting the 950 back. It's just been killing me not being able to fly this plane. So we're going to open the box. I'm going to shut my yapper and open the box. And as always, I'm not going to cut into it like this for you new people because you can cut into some foam on your whatever. If there's any foam in here, whatever's in here, you can damage it by going like this. So I'll go off to the side like that. All right. There we go. All right. Oh, folks, I'm so excited about this. This is the last 2 things, as I mentioned previously, the last 2 things I need to get this RV-7 back in the air. And she's going to be as good as new because everything on her will be new, except for the landing gear. Most of the electronics, those are not new and don't need to be. They're near new because I hadn't flown off of them much. And she's running a MAL M7 prop and spinner because I did that temporarily after the first crash because I destroyed my 3-bladed stock prop. So I tried this out and I found out I like this even better. So I ordered another MAL prop and spinner just for this airplane, which has already been installed. So that's ready to go. And all right, there we go. Let's open this up here. All right, there we go. Okay, I can see I should have pre-done what I'm doing now. There we go. There we go. Oh, now we're getting some action. There we go. Ready? Ooh, I've been waiting for this. Oh, it's taped also. Oh, here we go. Oh, boy. As you all know, whenever you're shooting video, that's the time when the tape doesn't want to come off and all kinds of stuff. Here we go. 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 We're getting some progress here, folks. Oh boy. Get some progress here. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so excited about this. So excited about this. Oh, very much excited. Okay, this is taped up all down here. So we're going to grab our knife, like a sensible person, and do it. Whoa! Okay, I'm holding the camera with one hand. Oh, sorry. Alright, gotta switch hands. Pick up the razor blade knife again. Cut this down here. Oh, folks. So, what's the takeaway from things with this airplane, the RV-7 for me? Takeaway is never give up, because again, this will be the second repair, third maiden. And I was so disgusted with myself for flying in a bad place and crashing as a result, the last flight. I was so disgusted with myself that I said, that's it, I give up. I give up. I've lost the RV-7, that's it. Just accept it. And I said, I can't accept it. I can't accept it! I will not give up the RV-7, and I have been all along, ever since I made that decision. And now I'm so glad that even after 2 crashes, I did not, 2 crashes and 1 rebuild, I'm so glad I did not give up even then. Because here's her new wings, right here. New wings in here. And I believe that she's got her 2 new servos that she needs in here. I can tell already. So I'd love to get some focus with this camera. Thank you. All right, let's. Of course, I'm. All right, let's move this closer to the light. Let's adjust the light. Okay. Yeah, these are those. I call these. You know how like if a fighter can be easily knocked out by a hit to the jaw. You know, it's like the fighter's downfall, because he can easily be knocked out by hitting him in the jaw. Well, that's called the glass jaw. Well, these particular stock Spectrum servos to me are glass servos, because they're not very. Boy, they're really fragile. Submicro, 9 gram. However, I will tell you that the on these servos, the having to repair these servos was not due to any lacking on the part of the quality of the servo. My having to replace these servos was due to the lacking in quality of my flying and my decision making the day I crashed. Okay, but that's what they are. There we go. There it is. That's part number. It's the A334 servo, 9 gram sub micro. So I'm going to install that today. Fantastic. And then we got the other one just the same. There's the other one the same. So we got those new servos, new battery. All the rest of the electronics ready to go in the bird, including the lights. And blue prop spinners in that bag, but we don't use that. We use them all. And the original mains wheels and tires are in that. We don't use those. We use the bush tires. We got some Gorilla Glue, Super Glue, which I prefer. Ready to go. One opened and not too much left, and one brand new. Okay, so let's pull out this wing and let's start this process. Now, first thing I find in here is a bag full of good stuff. Okay, so we've got, as you can see, we've got focusing. It's not going to focus, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to put the camera in its holder over here. The camera phone actually in its holder over here like this. Okay, see that? Just like that. And now, this is how we'll do it. All right. And we'll see if we get any focus this way. I don't know. We'll try. All right, we'll open up the bag. Oh, happy day for me, pilots. Happy day. All right, so these are control horns, right? 3. And I believe these go, well, I won't guess. We'll just look at it in a second. So there's that. So we got 1, 2, 3. So they give you all new control horns for the wings. That's what this is for. So we got 4 of these, 4 of those for the wing, which presses into place with glue. Okay, are we getting the focus? I don't know. I hope so. Okay, so we got 4 of those. We have this, which goes on the wing and has all the leads coming out of it, as you can see. Oh, man. Somebody left me a message, a comment saying I need to get a new camera, and you're right, folks. Whoever left that message, you're right. Anyway, so we got that. We'll go in more into that in a minute, and then we've got. That's empty now. Put that off to the side. They gave me 2 corner nav light housings. Yeah, each a forward corner of each wing half has the nav light in that on the corner of the wing, and that's the cool housing that goes over it. Now I've still got the old housings, so that means these are some nice spares that I can have around. All right, so we'll throw those down there. Whee! All right, so next, we're gonna pull the wing out next. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Ba-ba-boom. I hope I don't start singing, because when I'm happy, I start singing. And when I'm doing RC, I get happy and I start singing. I'll try to stifle myself. Okay, here we go. But they really packed this well, and I didn't get this from Horizon Hobby, by the way. I got it from somebody else. I can't even remember who it was, because, well, I placed a big order with Horizon Hobby ordering, and I'm not slamming Horizon Hobby right now. I'm just telling you a funny thing that happened. Anyway, I ordered all the replacement parts for the RV-7, everything, initially from Horizon Hobby. But because it was a bit of a pricey order, they were suspicious, I guess, and they sent it to financing, I guess, to double check that it was not a fraudulent fraudulent purchase. Well, I placed my order on a Friday, and they don't process orders on weekends, so it wasn't going to be until Monday. And then 2 days to scrutinize my order and then clear it. So I was talking about I was looking at a 4-day delay just to wait for Horizon Hobby to process my order. So I canceled it, ordered all the same stuff from Hobbytown, and got it in 3 days. So that's my experience. So there's the wing. Now I told you where that light housing goes, which is right here. And I see that none of the lights are loaded, which is what I figured. So I'll be loading the lights in here, and you can see the routings, the beautiful routings for the wiring. So my nav light here will go on with the housing. The wiring will run through here. The landing light on this side of the wing will be installed here with its housing, and then the wiring. What do you want to call this? The wiring trench. That's not a trench. The wiring groove, if you will, continues down here. Whoa. And then you can see we've got aileron servo goes here with its wiring channel. Thank you. Then we got the flap servo goes here with its wiring channel. Yes, and then of course these here, which we looked at a second ago, go into these X-shaped places like that. See that? See how that fits right in there? Real nice, real easy. Okay, so those will go in there. Okay, that's cool. And then here's where the wings screw on. Well, in these 4 places, 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay, and so that's that. All right. There's no stripes on here. It's painted. All this is painted. This gray here and the blue. That's painted, but we don't have the stripes, so I'm going to be applying the stripes myself here pretty soon. And there's the top. I'm going to go ahead and work these just a little bit to get them ready, gently, carefully. Feels like a nice solid hinge. I love the RV-7. I've done maybe 6 flights with it, and I really love it. Uh-oh, something fell down. Well, we'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, so, all right, so we're going to put the wings, we're going to get this big old super long box out of here. Whoop. All right, and can we put the wings down here and have them still be in the shot? Let's see if the wings will be in the shot. Right there. Okay. And sorry, I'm getting in front of the camera. Okay. All right, so there's the wings. Okay, and they are in the shot. Good. So let us move the plane back just a little bit. By the way, I haven't taken a shower yet. Our little house is kind of a mess. My hair probably looks like it's some kind of super crazy man just released from the nut house. So sorry about that. All right, so there's our new servos here. And all right, so I don't think I'll need anything in this bag here, folks, but if I do, I've got it. This I will need for sure. And this will be for spare parts. I like to get Ziploc bags and put all my parts for any airplane in there, label it, what airplane it's for, and put all the parts I have in there for that plane. And then I keep that Ziploc bag of parts, that labeled Ziploc bag of parts, right next to the plane where the plane sits. Either in the loft hanger up there, or on the floor here. Okay, so I need these parts, this glue, and these two new servos. We'll need the battery to test everything after I get this plane, the wings and everything all installed and stuff. I've already tested all my electronics. They work perfectly. Just need to replace the servos, install the wing, all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do now is go on hold for a minute, and then we'll jump right into the next phase. All right, be right back. Hey folks, back again. I'll show you what I've done now. I went ahead and I had all my electronics, original electronics were still, of course, labeled from the factory. And there we go, focus. And when I pulled all the electronics out of the original fuse, I labeled everything meticulously. So what I've done now is I've installed everything where it goes, but I haven't glued it yet. So there's our nav light with its housing, and its wiring is routed right along that channel, as you can see. And then there's the landing light. So we get the nav light left, nav light center screen now. Landing light is now center screen. Then we got the wiring channeled all the way up here to the first servo, which is the aileron servo, and that servo is still good. That's the original. Then the wires channel over here to the flap servo. This flap servo is no good, so we're replacing this flap servo on the left, the original, with the one on the right. So I'm going to do that in a minute. And then my wires are channeling over here. And then you see these rectangular holes right there. Yeah, right there and right there. Well, these go through that and to the inside of the wing, if you will. So we're going to do that. We're going to feed these through these holes, feed these through these holes. And then there's our other flap and our other aileron set up. And I don't have the other lights yet, but I do have all the servos done. I have the lights on the left done. I'm going to do the right-hand lights now. And then I think we'll do a test of everything before I glue the servos in place and whatnot. So we'll put the camera on pause now and be right back in a second. Well, folks, my entire RV-7 repair that was supposed to be finished today very easily has completely halted. Why? This will be my second video about the incredibly cheap, flimsy, and inadequate, in my opinion, servo that you get with the RV-7, with the MAL M7, etc. A334 plastic 9-gram submicro servo. You see dead center screen if this ridiculous phone will focus? God dang it. Oh, this phone sucks too. Dead center screen, you can see the white gear onto which the horn attaches, right? Oh, there's part of one of the horns. Well, if you look right in the dead center of that, what's that silver thing there inside that gear? That's where the screw broke off. I received this servo from the factory with a broken off screw tip in here, so that when I try to put in a screw to install this brand new servo, folks, this is a brand new A334 junk micro servo, 9-gram, in my opinion. And I waited and waited to receive this replacement servo, flop servo, so I could be flying my plane. Now I can't fly my plane until I have to reorder a new one, and I have to return this one first because Spectrum made this with a broken off screw in there, so that I cannot possibly attach my control horn to this gear and fly the plane. So I'm disgusted. Horizon Hobby, make some better servos and don't send people a servo that can't be used. Alright, there you go. So tune in next time while I wait for another week or more to get another servo. And by the way, online I got like the last two servos that were available, so I may not be able to even get this servo now. So there you go, folks. What was supposed to have been a happy day, having the RV-7 ready, is now an irritated day because the RV-7 is now grounded once again because of another again, only my opinion, and I am irritated, a lame A334 servo. See you soon. Signing off, 543.